So this is a quick update for the Brio. It's been an emotional roller coaster, this one. So this is not the first time the engine's been back in or come out again. We're having some issues with the kickstart. Now it appears there's something slipping from this shaft, from the kickstart shaft here. There is some play, some slop in that. It was a lot worse than that because there was missing a circlip. There has now got a circlip, so the engine's been out to have the side off to have the circlip put on. But there is still a bit of movement. And I'll show you the problem. So if I take out the spark plug so that there's no compression, it kicks over nicely. Say that. Just in gear now. Pops into gear. So this is why I think it's half the problem. Is I think it's skipping onto a gear. That's working fine. Sounds good. If I really press hard, it slips. So if I put a lot of pressure onto it, and I keep a careful eye on this side, and there's nothing going on. The gear selector isn't changing or isn't moving, I don't think. That's fine. So I'll keep a careful eye on it. The gear selector is not moving. If I press hard now, that's not what I do, is it? That seems to be okay. However, if I press really hard, it will do it. But if I put a plug in, so there's compression there, so there's a lot more turning force on the kickstart. Make sure it's still on gear. We get that. Now that is the same turning motion. And it's not touching the spark plug. I thought at first it was touching the spark plug. It's not touching the spark plug. But any pressure, it clicks. And I can't see any reason for it doing it. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to take the engine back out again. So suspension off, pull the swing arm out, take the chain off. The rear wheel can stay if it wants, but it doesn't really make a difference. Rear wheel come off. Engine out, exhaust off, engine out. I've got to get this side panel off, but to get any further inside, having looked at the manual that I've got on my website, I'm going to have to break the crankcase open, which I really didn't want to have to do. So oil out and break the crankcase open, because if I do that, I've then got to reseat all the bearings, because there are roller bearings in there, sort of needle bearings, I believe, from last time. They were held in with grease and they're just absolutely a pain in the arse. But I can't see any other choice. It looks like there's something slipping. As soon as there's enough force, it puts too much pressure, too much turning force pressure on that shaft, and it slips. So this pushing against, so the gear that this turns, is the shaft is either slipping on the gear because the pressure from the gear, or the gear, worst case, is slipping on the crank to turn the engine over. So that'll be an interesting one. So unfortunately, engine's got to come back out again, which I'm a bit annoyed about. Who would have thought a tiny little 48cc motorbike would be this bloody hard? So, engine out, I'll let you know how I get on.